How did you survive when it seemed impossible? I don't remember the exact moment I collapsed, just the stifling heat, the cramping pain, and the panic in my throat when I realized I couldn't move. I had gotten dysentery while I was camping in Nepal. By the time anyone found me, I'd been unconscious for days, and my body had completely given up. I'm honestly not sure how the man who found me could tell that I was still alive. He was a local farmer, out for the day looking for fruit to bring home to his pregnant wife. He found me, rotting in my tent while I lay in a swamp of my own body fluids, barely breathing and unable to lift my head. It would have been pretty reasonable just to leave me there, honestly. I'm sure I didn't look like I had a chance of survival, but instead, he made a stretcher out of bamboo and rope, lifted my lifeless body onto it, and dragged me through the countryside back to his farm. The man and his wife were deeply poor. Their home was just a mud structure with a cow dung floor, but they welcomed me in without hesitation. Every morning, the farmer's wife brought me milk that was still warm from their buffalo and sat with me as I clawed my way back to life. She made broths that had turmeric and cumin and rubbed my back with some oil that she said would fix me. I had nothing to offer them in return, not even money, because it turned out someone had robbed me while I was lying in my tent in the throes of my illness. But they didn't want anything from me except for me to get better, and I did, slowly. Once I'd regained enough strength to sit and move around a little, I started helping around their house a little. The farmer showed me how to make dal bat in a clay pot. I even learned a little Nepali, just from listening to the farmer and his wife joke with each other and argue and dream about what their baby was going to be like. One afternoon, I mispronounced something and she laughed. That was the first moment it really felt like I was going to pull through this. She wouldn't be making fun of me if I was dying. Eventually, I was strong enough to leave. I was still weak and unsteady, but I needed to reach a phone, cancel my credit cards, and find a proper doctor. I folded up the wool blanket the farmer had given me to sleep with, this thick, scratchy, hand-woven thing that had replaced my ruined sleeping bag that I'd become very fond of during my weeks here. I offered it back with deep thanks, but he shook his head, so I tried again. I couldn't imagine taking something so valuable from people who had already given so much, but he still wouldn't take it. We went back and forth, stumbling through broken words and gestures, until I placed it firmly in his hands and said in my best Nepali, "This is your blanket. I can't accept it. Thank you for everything." He looked at me for a moment, then said, "Yes, it's mine, and it's mine to give to you." That was the moment everything changed. I had been thinking about fairness, about balance, about not taking from people who had less, but I hadn't understood what it meant to let someone give. I was trying to protect their dignity by declining the gift, and in doing so, I was taking something far more precious away. I hugged the blanket to my chest and promised him I would take good care of it. That moment shaped me. It taught me something I didn't even know I needed to learn, that it's a gift to let people be needed. It's been 25 years, and I still have the blanket.